If you want to go around checking and correcting people, that's on you. But don't try to put that on me to do that. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give my opinion, speak my piece, and listen to what everybody else have to say. And if I agree, I'll say I agree. And if I disagree, then I don't. That's it.
Okay, I got you. So y'all hear what she said, right, fellas? So if the same thing happens, and if a man is berating her or saying something crazy to her or getting out of pocket with her, don't say a word to that man. Don't you say a goddamn thing. Go ahead.
Hey, so
Go ahead,
mistaken.
Kenny.
So one of the things is if you notice, and Viz asked you a really good question. He said, "What do you think just happened to us?" We don't know Zai 3 ways from Sunday. Is the where she got disrespectful at? Willie was literally in the middle of making a point, and she just jumped in and just started going off and interrupting him for no reason at all, even though she doesn't know him. And then not only that, by the end of it at all, she started calling us bitches and bitch ass niggas and everything else.
Hyena behavior, bro.
And we didn't. And
Show
even with
disrespect, you get disrespect. Eye for an eye. Old
but
school.
nobody,
Old
but
Testament.
nobody disrespected you. You just came in and
Yes, you
disrespected.
did. Yes, you did. And the fact that you don't know that you did is why
I
I'm
disrespected
being
you?
so outright disrespectful
Y'all
to you.
I
disrespected
disrespected you.
them on the panel.
I didn't disrespect you, neither did Viz, but you disrespected both of us. But that's the whole point that we were
Okay,
trying to.
so
Hold on,
I
wait.
apologize
Zai,
to the people that didn't directly disrespect me, but the panel itself and the whole way I was received was disrespectful. I took that as disrespect. I was being accused of being hostile. I was being accused of a lot of bullshit when you could have just asked me, hey, are you upset about something? Is this how you really are? Or because you don't know that. And now you're gonna know that because
I'm gonna let Hank go in on behind me.
Like already. So it's not even like I'm mad. It's just like that's just how I talk and that's how I am. But so yeah, I started cutting people off. I started actually being disrespectful to show you disrespect, so you can call me disrespectful rightfully.
You gotta just mute her mic. You can't do that.
I wear shoes that fit. So you gonna give me some? I'm gonna make sure I get in them.
There you are. Get your shoes. Hey, like I said earlier, mistake was wrong. She should have corrected. She, as the elder woman on the panel, she should have said, but she didn't. So that's to be expected. Us as men, we need to hold each other accountable. Why are we arguing with this woman? She feels the way she feels. That's what she feels. Let her feel that. Whether she, whatever she been watching, the stuff on it, whatever. Use these examples. Learn from a fella. Don't go back and forth with them. Don't waste your time. We know what it is.
You know, that's the funny thing, Hink, because we got a little history. You know, I done butted in on Cookie's things a couple times. Like, bro, I wasn't never trying to argue. That's the funny thing. You think, don't argue with her. There was no argument to be had. What are we arguing about?
You literally came in arguing.
Have they been drinking? Are we
They drunk? Both of them drunk as hell.
Why are we wasting our time?
They been drinking mimosas and shit this morning. They drunk as hell right now.
But wait,
Let me respond
wait a
to
minute.
you.
Hold on.
You and I
Let
had
me
a
second
conversation.
go. She's not
no
drunk.
argument because he stated fact.
Hold on, Cookie. Let me just respond back to Hank. It is not my responsibility, and don't even try to put that on me. We were in this. We actually was on the panel this last another time, and it was Cookie going off on people. And you sat back and you didn't say anything, and nor did I. But yet I was pointed out saying that I should be the one correcting her. No, and I told y'all before, I'm not going to correct a grown woman or a grown man unless it's directed towards me. If Cookie or you or somebody had said something directly towards me and it was out of pocket or out of line or misunderstood in terms of what I said, I am going to bring clarification to that. Just like you telling me that I need to be correcting someone else, I'm going to address you because it's not my place to be correcting someone else. My job is to make sure I mind me and stay in my place and try to be respectful of everybody else on the panel. If you want to go around checking and correcting people, that's on you. But don't try to put that on me to do that. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give my opinion, speak my piece, and listen to what everybody else have to say. And if I agree, I'll say I agree. And if I disagree, then I don't. That's it.
Okay, I got you. So y'all hear what she said, right, fellas? So if the same thing happening, and if a man is berating her or saying something crazy to her or getting out of pocket with her, don't say a word to that man. Don't you say a goddamn thing.
I'm not.
We need your help.
That's
We don't need your help. We don't want you. But please believe you me. If I took that same stance and I did that, a man was weird, you would look at me like, hey, why don't you say something? Why don't you do as a man? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to defend her, take her. No. I'm gonna stay in my place. I'm gonna watch that man whoop your ass verbally, and I'm gonna sit back and say nothing.
That would never happen because I know how to clam off.
Let me finish. I didn't.
Okay,
no, hold on. Let me finish. It's not my place to tell another grown ass man what to do. How to operate. You're correct, and I'm gonna leave it at that, fellas. Just like I said.
Hank. Based on what she just said, I don't think she knew. I think I got what she was trying to say. But if she's saying that her job is not to correct another woman, then based on our last conversation, brother, when I said that we should defend women or look out for them, based on what she just said, you got it, brother. You're right. You were right from the last time we spoke. She's saying she's not responsible for other women in terms of their behavior. Men are not going to be responsible for other men's behaviors. She got it. She got it.
I have a husband to correct that.
Yeah, so no. But if you have a husband, he's going to correct another man, right? If you have a husband and another man disrespects you in front of your husband, he's going to correct that man.
Her husband is going to defend her, clearly single man.
He should.
That's his job. That's his vow. Stop. Don't compare your raggedy ass to her husband. And thank you, Miss Taken, for taking responsibility for yourself only because I don't need nobody to defend me verbally and physically. I don't need that either.
He just had this thing not too long ago about is his job to make sure he's dealing with his wife and his woman. He don't give nothing about these heifers, right? That's his thing. He takes care of his wife, his thing, and do whatever he needs to do for her. So now that I say the same thing, that's my husband's responsibility to make sure protect me as he should. Just like he takes care of his wife and do what he needs to do, my husband is supposed to do that for me. So period. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how. I'm gonna just call you Z, and check Z. She's a grown woman, and y'all are arguing. Y'all are going back and forth. So what is it me to jump in and be like, Z, you shouldn't be saying that? No, if you and her are talking, then you need to correct that behavior. You need to check her with that behavior. It's not
but you as an elder woman, you don't think you should have some type of input or say something? Now, if she say, fuck you, mistaken, I don't hear shit you got to say.
And it's for me to address that with her.
That's what she decides. But look here, if Sweeney's going off on you, I'm saying, hey, Sweeney, come on, man. Don't do it, dog.
If I called you a bitch and all of that,
I'm going to address it. This ain't got nothing to do with my wife doing something, me protecting my wife. If she's going against another man, I'm going to say something. But if it's, I just don't understand. If you see a woman acting like that, carrying on like that, and you don't believe in saying, hey, sis, it might not be the way to go. That might not be how you should handle that situation. Maybe you should have handled like this instead of that. But you sit there and say, you throw your hands up. I see why. Some of our young women are so far gone because women are not willing or okay or are comfortable enough to say something to another woman when she's out of place or she's saying something out of line. That don't make sense to me. Then you can't say nothing to no woman.
Hey,
now, one thing.
Hold on, mistaken. We're gonna go to Cookie.
You and I have had this conversation before. Let's not try to act like this is new. And what I said before,
and that's why I sit there and said what I said when the coffee lady said
relationship.
I said something about every last person up
I speak to other women all the time. I speak to other women all the time. But what I don't do is engage myself in a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with me, and I don't have a relationship with the women that I'm talking to. I don't know Z from a hole in the wall. So when I have a conversation with her and her and I are talking, and she may say something that I find offensive, then at that point in time, I will address Z directly. But if you are having a conversation with Z and it's something that she says that you don't like, You need to address that. That's not for me to address that.
Hello, motherfucker.
That's crazy.
So
you
okay.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
Let's
move on. We go to Cookie, then we go come to you, Viz.
Wait, so it's okay for men and women to go back and forth on a panel like that, to call each other names?
No, it's
That's
not.
okay.
No, but what am I? Listen, but
Yes.
it's okay for me as an adult to check another adult who knows exactly what they're doing.
So, but even if it's not even.
She didn't want to curse. She wouldn't have.
Wait. So
what she's doing, and she told y'all.
Wait. So you don't think that what she was doing was disrespectful, or even just at the minimum, right? We're all adults. Everyone here is over 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the minimum, this should be a mature group. We should be able to be on here and have a conversation with each other. Yes or no?
Agree.
Just because
Okay,
y'all don't
then.
understand
So
don't mean somebody disrespectful, man.
Cookie, look, we've been doing this for a long time. I know how you talk. I understand that you do have different levels, but your sister came in on 10. She didn't come in on 5. Let me finish. It doesn't matter if it's facts or not. It's about having decorum. It's about us being adults here and having a conversation.
Why you didn't correct him with his decorum then? Up here, down here,
Cool.
Willie, straight dude. That what is his name?
When was my decorum?
Willie wasn't calling.
They was coming at me.
Willie didn't call nobody.
Y'all didn't say shit. Now that the women are being
wait. Willie didn't call anybody out their name. I heard Willie speaking.
Trying to
you
reason
fooled
with drunk
women into a whole
you talking
category.
to two drunk women, bro. We can just move on and talk about something else. They have nothing to offer logical to the conversation now. We might as well move to the next one. Go ahead.
I'm with that. I did say something to the men. I said, "Why don't even argue with them?" I said something to the men with the same thing. Mistaken should have said something to man. How you?
I'm still trying to figure out what I said that was disrespectful. So it sounds like y'all just didn't like my tone. Y'all just didn't like my tone. But I'm telling people to use their discernment.
I can explain what disrespectful is, right? Let me explain to you what disrespectful was. Hold on, wait. I'm about to explain to you what was disrespectful.
Please do.
Willie was in the middle of talking. We don't know you 3 ways from Sunday. He's in the middle of making a statement because the actual host of the show gave him the floor to talk. And you just jumped in and just cut him off and just started rambling. And then when he was trying to talk to you and trying to go back and forth, you just kept rambling. And then you got disrespectful by calling him out his name. He never called you out your name. That is in it. Imagine you was having a conversation with your sister. Y'all both just talking. And I just run up and just start cutting you off and just start talking. That would be disrespectful, right? Nobody said that you couldn't speak. Somebody was like, you just came up here and just cut everybody on the panel off and just started talking. And then when he was having a conversation, you got disrespectful to him because you didn't like what he was saying also. So then you started calling him out his name. You called him a bitch. I don't remember him calling you one.
He could. No, so I didn't call him a bitch. I said ass because I was saying something in a generality like y'all speak, but y'all missed that part. But it's okay because my sister told me I was speaking too fast, and I apologize because I tend to do that sometimes. So maybe y'all didn't catch everything I said, and that's okay because I'm not willing to really repeat myself. I've did that about 2 or 3 times to this point. But the first thing I actually said, I came on and came back off. I asked him, I told him his stats were low. And that's all I said. So I didn't get on and just start rambling. But I see your point, and I raised you that I had already been disrespected at that point, so I started acting disrespectfully on purpose. So again, I apologize to those that didn't disrespect me directly. But at the same time, you know, if you want a misunderstanding, you can have one. But at the end of the day, I didn't say anything disrespectful, and calling people ass and motherfuckers is just a part of my vocabulary. I apologize. I can clean that up for next time. I wasn't expected to be invited here today, but I'm glad to be here, and I can clean up my verbiage for next time. But at the end of the day, my tonality and energy is gonna be the same because this is just the natural tone of my voice.
No, Z, it's not fully Z's fault, right? It's not fully her fault what's going on because her mic is extremely loud, and I think it's because her and her sister are in the same room, and it's extremely overpowering, and it almost comes off like she talks but she can't hear anybody. And that's really our job on the panel, was to be like, yo, let's fix this situation, because she don't know how she's coming off. Like when she start talking, can't nobody get a word in. And we should have already fixed that issue. I don't even like keep going, letting her talk with this issue, because it's like, yo, like, what are we doing?
But real though, you have a point, but the words you use, there's no excuse for that though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like if I call you a bitch ass nigga and I whisper it doesn't change the fact that
I came off a little hard. I could have used something about my language. That's how she normally talk. She's new to the game plan, so she held herself somewhat accountable. So,
but y'all would have been able to at least rebuttal if her mic wasn't like that.
Bro, you can't rebuttal someone who won't stop talking, who also interrupted when you were talking in the first place.
No, she can't even hear herself. She can't hear nobody.
Dope. You reaching now, bro.
No, I've been sitting here. When she start talking and her sister in the same room, and her mic pick up her sister's phone, it's so loud, and I'm just over here like this, like, yo, we gotta fix this.
Yeah, but she was aggressive though, brother. She was aggressive.
We can accept that.
She was aggressive.
She was aggressive.
Part, but the language.
She was aggressive.
That's where it goes off. The language. And the words.
I agree with you, Hank. I agree with everything that y'all saying. But I do think that we all should have been fixing something that we've been letting go.
Do that as well. But she's not wrong. She is definitely going to broaden her horizons by adding other colors of men. The problem is that goes both ways. If black men weren't so fiercely loyal to dating black women, because the overwhelming majority of us are.
Mute that. We don't need to hear the playback.